College of Liberal Arts with a degree in literature and a minor in gender and sexuality studies, with a special interest in LGBTQ history. He now works in special education. Dirk is honored to be speaking at this event and would like to thank everyone for coming. Can you tell we asked people to come up with their own introduction? Dirk, we're honored to have you speak. So.
Hi, thank you. I had an entire other speech written, and I had to redo it last night because it seemed pessimistic to me. And so I decided to speak about myself and my journey to happiness, I guess. So, as I was introduced, my name is Dirk Correa. I use he/him pronouns, and I work in special education. And keeping with tonight's theme, I am transgender. I've known that I was since I was 14 years old. And believe it or not, I am actually 22, so it's been longer than you might actually expect. As a kid, Disney's Hercules was my favorite movie. I have a very distinct memory of myself as a young child, where I'm looking up at my father, and I say to him with complete sincerity, "Dad, when I grow up, I'm going to be Hercules." Now, at the time, I was a 4-year-old girl in a blue dress with her hair in little blonde pigtails, so he obviously laughed this off pretty quickly. Little did either of us know that that little girl grew up not to be Hercules, but to overanalyze the hell out of him. It only took one visit to therapy to figure out that I was trans. It was right underneath the surface, truth I simply didn't have the vocabulary to access. Suddenly, the world was larger and so much more terrifying than it had ever been. But I had something new available to me. I had something to hold on to. I thought that if I dressed the right way and that everyone called me the right name, that everything would be better. And I would be happy. I dreamed of the day that I could start testosterone or get top surgery. I lived constantly believing that if I could change the way I looked, I could become in body the man I was in spirit. I cut my hair short in the 9th grade. I believe I asked for a pixie cut. When I got my first job at 15, I bought a binder on the internet and I had it shipped to my best friend's house. I stole my brother's clothes. My friends at school started calling me Dirk. I even had teachers switch my pronouns. I felt like I was on the way to becoming Hercules. If I just got stronger, if I just worked harder, you know. I fought against a prom dress. I even went as far as to sneak an ill-fitting suit in a backpack and change in the bathroom. I went out too late, I hung out with all the wrong people, all that like teenage coping stuff. There was no fun musical training montage with my cool horse and my satyr friend. It was actually quite the opposite. I had to battle my strange adolescence without any training, and I might add without any musical accompaniment. I finally came out to my family at 18. Considering that I had warmed him up many years before, when I insisted I was a Greek demigod, my father took his goodness in stride. Still, even I could see that I had a long way to go before I could become Hercules. I figured that if I just buckled down and figured out what the heck it was that men did, I could finally feel comfortable. If I could get surgery, get on hormones, I'd finally look the way I was supposed to. I hated my height, my round face, and my small hands. I internalized all that hate, and it didn't just affect my view of myself, it carried on into the way I saw the world. I never felt like I was man enough. I would sit in my college dorm alone, poring over texts on gender theory, trying to study enough to make myself the man I was supposed to be. And it broke my heart that I would never be him. And it took a long time to realize that the man I was trying to be didn't exist. And even if he did, I couldn't be him. Obviously, I knew long before then that being an actual demigod was impossible, but I realized that I never was, nor did I ever want to be, the hyper-masculinized ideal that made up those mythical heroes. With the goal of becoming Hercules, I lost what it was that I wanted, what the purpose of me transitioning even was. I let society's ideas of what a man was, or what a man did, or how a man acted take me over. As I grew, I was able to recognize that I didn't need to be that kind of perfect. finally let myself relax. I allowed myself to paint my nails when the feeling struck, to wear jewelry if I wanted to, and to dress in something besides the same 5 oversized t-shirts I found in the clearance bin at Hot Topic. I stopped focusing on the physical and focused on what would make me happy. I allowed myself to love myself. I allowed myself to have a relationship with my body that wasn't based on hate. The changes I made were for myself and not for the benefit or comfort of those around me. I exist in a way that is extremely and unapologetically not Hercules. Today, on this day of mourning and community, I ask you to keep this story in mind. You don't have to be what society is asking you to be. Putting yourself out in the world is terrifying, but I have found that with each step you take, you get braver, and it gets easier. Look to those around you who are living authentically and see their smiles. See the way they hold themselves with confidence and appreciate what it took to get them there. Allow those who are different to be so, and in the same way, don't allow others to make rules governing who or what you need to be. Today, I am not Hercules, but happy. Becoming yourself is not unlike climbing Mount Olympus, difficult, seemingly impossible, and truly, deeply rewarding. I hope that all of you are able to live authentically and easily, the way you deserve to. I hope that one day we can all inspire others to go that distance. Thank you.